Patterson, I don't understand why we can't attend St. Jerome's services with all our friends, she had said. I know you don't, Patterson had replied. That's why I've given up trying to explain it to you. Really? You are most annoying. You've been offered a position as deacon at St. Jerome's, and you turned it down to usher in that dreary Briarlane chapel. Do you honestly feel that place befits your station in life? Why, yes, my dear. I've attended the chapel since I was a child, and it hasn't hindered my reaching this station in life, as you call it. In fact, I would say that I've been helped tremendously over the years. I owe a great deal to that little church. They owe a great deal to you, if you ask me. They certainly couldn't pay the minister if you didn't contribute. Most of the congregation comes from that orphanage, and everyone knows how much money they have. I would think that serving as president of the board at the Briars would be enough sacrifice for you to make. Patterson had gone back to his paper, but Eugenia hadn't finished speaking her mind. I'm certainly in favor of charitable work, but must it be something so religious? I would hardly call teaching Christian values to children too religious, her husband replied. It seems highly superior to having them grow up on the streets. Of course, I have nothing against good moral training for them. It's right to be interested in their spiritual welfare, but does it have to take over your whole life? A glance at his face told Eugenia she had ventured far enough. It was time to back down. Oh, never mind. You just don't understand how I feel. But we won't discuss it any further. Thank you, Eugenia. You don't know how relieved I am to hear that. And so, this Sunday morning, they were seated near the front of the chapel as the children and staff from the home filed into their seats across the aisle. Eugenia watched them listlessly, as she did each week. The boys wore denim pants and white shirts, and the girls were attired in light blue dresses covered with crisp white pinafores. Each child resembled the others. She wondered, idly, if they had individual names, at least. Suddenly, Eugenia sat up and clutched her husband's arm. Look at that perfectly gorgeous child. The one sitting next to Matron Daly. I haven't seen him before. Does he belong there? Patterson squinted toward the group. That must be one of the new children who came last week. George Lehman mentioned that 4 more arrived. All one family, I think. The congregation rose at that moment to begin the service, and Eugenia could say nothing more. But she couldn't take her eyes off the sturdy child. His dark hair lay in waves across his forehead, and his wide gaze took in his new surroundings. When the organ began to play, his attention was riveted on it. As she watched the boy throughout the service, Eugenia daydreamed. After 12 years of marriage, she and Patterson had no children. This was of little concern to Eugenia, for her life seemed complete with the social affairs that filled her days. As the wife of Briarlane's foremost judge and mistress of the most elegant house in town,